What's up, YouTube? Bobbles and Ball Cards back with another video. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Nice Saturday out there. Hope you are all doing well. I want to talk about something. I'm not doing this to, crap on anybody's parade or talk any mess about other companies or anything like that, because quite honestly, I've never used the other companies. But it's something I'm seeing pop up more and more and more and more, and I don't even know all of them that are out there today. And it's a little bit concerning. Um, you know, I've said many times, as a collector, buy the card, not the slab, that sort of thing. But there is that's to be taken to a certain extent, I guess you should say. Um, on the screen, I have several examples of cards in my collection, and you can see there's 7 slabs on the screen. And so I am not like tied down or locked down, so to speak, of what I purchase for my collection. I do have, as you see, a PSA card, a SGC card, a BGS card, a GMA, a BVG, a GAI, and a CGC Pokemon card. Going through these, majority, I would say probably 85% of my collection is SGC. Not only because obviously that's who I exclusively use to grade my cards, but I also like the slab, and so if I can find a card in the slab that I want to add to my collection and the price is right and everything, that would be my first go-to. And then I would say it's probably split evenly, because of BGS. When I was buying my Nationals collection, when I first started up in the Bowman Chromes and everything, I bought them all in BGS. 2017 BGS was kind of the go-to. It was what everybody, the popular company, especially for Bowman Chrome. And so I had built my Nationals collection starting off buying BGS Bowman Chrome slabs. So, that takes up a decent portion there. And then I do have, quite a few PSA slabs. Mixed in the bunch, I own 2 GMA cards. One is the Jim Thorpe on screen. I purchased it because it was literally the only graded copy of the Jim Thorpe on eBay at the time when I was looking. And I figured, even if the grade isn't accurate, at least I had some confidence that the card was most likely authentic. The next one is BVG. I have maybe 2. I can't remember exactly how many BVG slabs I have. I don't particularly care for the Beckett Vintage. Even though Beckett is a respected company, I do, I've heard a lot of question marks about the vintage, the BVG side of the company. But that was the first one I picked up there, was the 55 Bowman Hank. It was a card I owned as a kid. I wanted it. I was at a small show. Guy had it. I didn't care. I wanted the card. The GAI slab, that is a Shaq Auto that I owned when I was younger. My mom bought it for me, actually, from Toys R Us. It was in a plaque. It is a classic. It's classic. I believe, I don't remember if it was 4 Sport or what, but you can see classic images. Some of these were numbered. This one is not numbered. I don't know why. But my mom had bought this for me when I was younger. I didn't know if it was authentic or not, being that it was in a plaque at Toys R Us. And this isn't a graded card, it's just certified. And GAI back in the day was well known for autograph authentication. And being that that card was something I previously owned, and I've seen others out there in other slabs, that card was a reasonable price, very cheap. And I just wanted to own that card into my collection. And then I have the one CGC Pokemon card. It is an Eevee first edition jungle. Another one, I just wanted to add the card to my collection. I actually like the CGC slabs from my comics. So I was looking for the Eevee first edition and came across this one at a good price, so I picked that up. So the majority of my collection, as stated, is SGC followed by PSA BGS. And I don't want to sound like a hypocrite when I say buy the card, not the slab. But there's a lot of concerning things that I'm seeing a trend on within the hobby. Obviously now with PSA still, only doing Super Express or whatever it is. And then BGS announcing that they're, pausing all their submissions. I guess people are kind of just looking for any outlet they can find to grade their cards with. And there's a lot of, do you want to call them pop-up companies? I mean, they're coming out of the woodwork with new company after new company after new company after new company, starting to grade cards. And anyone that knows the history of card grading, PSA followed by SGC followed by BGS, those are the guys that have been around this game for a very long time. We're talking 20 plus years of experience. Now, you could say SGC has rebranded themselves because they changed the label. They're, getting more into the ultra modern, but they've always been known as a respectable grader for vintage. Something I found very interesting a few months ago. That somebody had an old article, I can't remember if it was in Beckett or Tough Stuff magazine, but it was an article by Upper Deck that back in like 2000, SGC was the official grading company for Upper Deck. And those of you that remember, I had two of the 2000 Upper Deck Encore Tom Brady's, and I found it very interesting that those were mostly found in SGC slabs, and I wasn't quite sure because I was like, well, if PSA back then, so I did some, I found that pretty interesting. So it's like people mainly know PSA BGS. Obviously, BGS has a higher reputation and more popularity because of Dr. Beckett Magazine, that sort of thing. And then PSA, they've been around the game for a long time. They've graded a ton of cards. They're most notable, I believe, I think I'm correct on this, but their first card ever graded was the Honus Wagner, but turned out it was trimmed. So there's story after story behind them, both positive and negative. But people just always seem, and I don't know if it's just because they don't research or they just listen to what the popular and the majority talk. But people they just don't seem to understand that SGC isn't a new guy. They have actually been around longer than Beckett grading cards. They just had a Babe Ruth that was sold in an SGC slab for over $6 million. They've had several $1 million+ sales, and if they were just a nobody company, they would not. First off, people wouldn't trust them with those cards, let alone those cards would not bring those kind of figures. Now, we are talking about iconic cards, which brings it to, the other, intent or even showing even more that they're reputable. I mean, people just aren't going to throw those things in any slab with any company. GMA, I don't know much about them. I've heard several stories and all that. That's a perfect scenario there. I just wanted to make sure the card was authentic. And so I picked it up, and it was very cheap for a Jim Thorpe. And then obviously the GAI, that was just to have the card, the autographs authenticated, whatever. And then the Pokemon cards. So the majority of this collection are these 3 slabs, majority SGC because that's what I've submitted. But we have came into the era where, let me take this off. Oh, no, this off. To where we have all of these other companies now. And obviously people have heard about HGA and CSG. Now, CSG is, they're under the umbrella parent company for CGC, which is very well known and respected, the most known and respected company for comic grading. And so they, I would say out of the new guys, CSG would probably be the most, respectable. My only question is, as I said, with rumors about the BVG thing, they did take over 2 guys. I guess the head graders are from BGS, and that kind of makes me wonder, why did those guys leave BGS and go to CSG? Is it a company thing? Was there an issue with them grading? I don't know, and I don't want to speculate. But anyway, HGA, they're a new kid on the block. They came out pretty hot. But, I get people, especially the younger crowd, when I'm talking, PSA, SGC, and BGS have been around for 20 plus years. Some of the people that got into this hobby, they weren't even born when those companies started. So, they're appealing to a different market. They came out with the colorful label, all of that stuff. They talked about the AI grading, which I've still yet to hear or see any information of to actually what it is, and I have a lot of question marks there. But anyway, right now I think people are reaching for straws, finding a way to just get their cards in a piece of plastic so they can, sell them or whatever. If you are a collector and you like this, by all means, do you. I mean, I don't want to rain on anyone's parade, especially if you're adding it to your collection and you just like the slab or like the look of it, whatever. But some things I want to talk about real quick. This is a new company. I know there was some talk that they took out their guaranteed turnaround time thing and all that because they got backed up, even though they are restricting the number of cards that come in. But let's look right here. Their pricing level, to get it, 1 to 19 cards is $35 per card. 20 to 49 cards is $31 per card, and then 50 plus is $27 per card. And this says it's on a 30-day business level. And then over here at 60, it says $20 per card. Up here, it says something about bulk discounts are now available for 10 and 30-day orders of 20 cards or more. But I'm confused on this because I was hearing they weren't letting people send in any more than 5 cards. So I don't know what this is about. I don't know if they're like flip-flopping back and forth or what exactly is going on here. But anyway, so that's their rates. We'll go over here to CSG. First thing I have highlighted here, they are not even opening submissions. It says here, now opening submissions delivered the week of April 5th. So, that's 2 months behind that they're even opening submissions. You got April to May and now May to June. Obviously their fees for bulk 50 card minimum is $12 with a max declared of $250. So when you put that into perspective, and you want to jump up here because I'm going to speak on SGC's behalf because that's who I use and that's who I know the information about. But anyway, the declared value to get into their range would be up here at this $1,000 level, and SGC's declared max is even higher than that. But you're going to pay $30 per card there, and the current turnaround is looking at 47 days. So you can look at this and say, well, I could send these low end cards and get it done cheaper. But you look at this and it's a 199-day turnaround, and they just started up. They got bombarded because of their rates, and you know, they're already in a hole, and they're 2 months behind opening packages. So, you know, if you're cool with that, you know, that's fine. And then now we're going to get into some of the other guys. So we have DSG, which is Diamond Service Grading, I believe. You know, another one that has these, I guess, trying to be a flashy custom label choice thing. You look here, 30-day, it's $30 a card. 14-day is $45 a card. It's $30 just to authenticate a card, and 30 days to do a crossover. I believe there's like probably extra charge for these custom labels and this, that, and the other. But again, you know, $30 for 30 days. And this company is somebody I don't even know. But, you know, up here, if you had 100 more cards to your shopping cart, a bulk discount of $5 per card will be applied to the price of each item. You know, please do not mix the type of grading service items in your order. For instance, if you add a standard service item to your cart, make sure all further items are standard service. So they don't want you mixing in different service levels. They want them separated. So that's pretty interesting there. And then you go over here. I seen a video on this guy, this company. A guy did a reveal from this company. He sent in some Prism Draft and some base hoops cards. The grading scale was very, very confusing. He was getting a 9.5 when he had like 3 10 subs and a 9.5 sub, but then he was getting a 9.5 when he had like a 10, a 9.5, and you know, a 9 or what. It was just, it made no sense, man. I get the shiny little attraction to, you know, the slab and all of that. And then they got this little thing here where 1 in 25 slabs will have a refractor, and 1 in 50 will have this prismatic slab. And you know what? Again, if that's your thing and you want the flash and the glim and the glamour, and if you think that the rare slab will increase the card value, then be my guest. Not for me, and especially not when you're looking at a brand new company, $55 per card. With a 10-day turnaround, 1 to 14 cards is $55, 15 to 49 is $50, 50 plus is $45. You go over here, they have a Riot where it's a 20-day turnaround, $45 goes down to $38. And then a 30-day turnaround, you have to send 50 plus cards at $33 per card, or it's $35 per card. Again, brand new company, flashy little slab, prices are high. People continuously complain about SGC's pricing right now, asking, will they go back down? Will they go down to 15? Will they go down to $10 or whatever, like they used to be? I'm going to tell you guys, if people are actually using these brand new companies like this, the clear answer is be blessed that they're only at $25 for a bulk submission. This is crazy. I mean, $55 on a brand new company. I don't care, you know, if this is real gold on that label. You know, this is taking advantage of people who are in a situation and needing every card in a piece of plastic. It's the common craze today. You pull a card, it goes to a sleeve, it goes to a card saver, it goes to a grading company. My suggestion for a lot of folks, take your time. Get the cards, hold on to them. I mean, people are slabbing every single thing that is coming out. And if you got the money to do that, go for it. But, and I'm not going to tell anybody what to slab, what not to slab, but people are taking advantage of you, really. I mean, this is crazy. They're new. That's just nonsense. Now we go over here. I don't even know what this company is. I was Googling. I found this one. This is MG Cards. Card grading service is $13. Submit your Pokemon cards for grading. It tells you how to do it. Everything else. There's a bulk order code here. Let's see if I can find anything. We couldn't find the page we were looking for. Grading info page. I mean, here again, a little shiny bordered slab. Kind of playing off the CGC label with the shadow around the grade, etc. I guess. I mean, I don't know. They show here supposedly like why the card got the grade it did. Fast turnaround times come back down to. If turnaround times would exceed 3-week orders, will be halted until turnaround times come back down to 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know. Just another one that I found out there. They have sports cards up here. But the thing I seen that, like I said, it was Pokemon cards. So I don't know if they're doing anything other than Pokemon and they just have sports cards up here. Just throwing it out there because I've seen it up here. Here is first graded the world's best card grading company. Our current turnaround times are less than 2 business days. So note that our card grading prices and submission instructions changed on March 19th. So they've already changed their pricing. And, sports cards, 1 to 4 cards is $15 each. 5 or more is $12 each. And then Pokemon is $20 each, or 5 or more is $15 each. Another one, there was something, it's one of the other ones. It says custom-made cards, reprints, or other counterfeits will not be graded. I mean, that's a good thing, but, and this also stresses fewer than 100 cards. So, keep that in mind. And then here, I found another one. It's called Southern Values Card Grading. Another company that they have this beautiful picture right here that's all blurry of Illusions, Patrick Mahomes. They sit there and talk about the best labels in the game. High quality photo here. And, it says some things down here. There was something here that I loved. How to prepare cards for inspection with the post-it notes attached. Now, I have showed this in the past until I got information telling me that the little post-it flags actually were damaging cards. And I should have kept one that I found that I had a flag on for a while. I did find an imprint that it had left on a paper card. So I do not recommend that anymore. Just simply because when those cards get packaged down, and even though it's very thin, when it's packaged tightly, the little flag, that is something raised that can push into the card, therefore leaving indentions on the actual surface of the card. And I did pull one out that I had a flag on for a while and found that. So I don't recommend this. But anyway, they're telling you to do that. And then put the grade on the post-it note of what you would like the card to have, and then insert it into a top loader. So they don't even tell you to use rigids, they tell you to use top loaders. If you are right, we will knock off $1 per quarter grade. Corner surface condition. I mean, I don't know what condition grade is, but anyway, I thought that was the main grade. And then centering. If you nail every card in a box submission of 25 plus, I'll knock off $100. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? You tell them what you want the card to grade, and if you are correct, they will knock off money. Essentially telling you they're going to grade the card below what you want because they're not going to want to give you that $100. That's my thought. And, you know, why should I have to tell them what grade I want? I want them to tell me what grade the card is. Now, anyway, I was trying to find it here. I thought I had it pulled up. Let's see, grading. That's the same thing. There was pricing on here somewhere. Check out. Encapsulation, $50. $50. One card equals $50. If you send in 2 cards, it's $47.50. And then 25 cards, it would be $40 a card. A minimum of 3 cards. I can't explain it, guys. I really can't. So that's Southern Values. And then here we have Gem Mint Grading. Here's another new company. You know, 10-day turnaround, $35 per card. 30-day turnaround, $20 per card. 75-day, $15 per card. Slabbed only is $6 per card. You know, here's the labels. I'm pretty sure this is another one. Yeah, with the little fancy labels. It becomes the new trend. People want these little fancy labels. I just don't know, guys. Again, if you want to try something new and you have faith in it, you know, that's awesome. This is a hobby. We're supposed to have fun in it, but like, the pricing is what concerns me with these new companies coming out, and it feels to me like they're just taking advantage. And then when a reputable company that's been around 20 plus years, that is known and is said time and time again about their consistent grading, you know, and they raise their price up, people give them shit, you know. And then they got behind last year in a pandemic when they were trying to take over for the other 2 major companies. And, you know, Peter came out, and I've said this time and time again. I don't want to keep repeating myself. But the man has done what he said he was going to do. Point blank, no argument. Nobody can question that, because I am going to show you something. You see in this 10 days, 35. You see this 10 days, 55. You see this 30 days at, you know, 35, whatever. On and on and on. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. June 2nd, these orders were received. Okay? June 2nd. That was Wednesday. These orders were received. Do you see this? Post-grading, 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 post-grading. This one here, they have a few cards left to enter in. Very few cards left to enter in, and it will hit post-grading. Post-grading, post-grading. This was 1,134 total cards on 7 invoices that they received about 11 a.m. Wednesday, June 2nd. Actually, you can see here the date, there are the times. They checked them in. This, I think, was Pacific time, though, actually. I'd have to confirm that. But anyway, either way, guys, June 2nd, $25 per card. And I'm not saying this just because we do the bulk submission. I'm saying it because it's the damn truth. I'm hearing post after post of 2, 4 business days. $25 a card. Even if you do it yourself, it's $30. So 55, 35, you know, CSG, they got the bulk, the lower, but you're going to be at 30 for 47 days. This company, I don't even know. You know, come on. Let's be realistic. Now, here's the other hidden truth to all of this. Sure, it's a nice time for all these companies to pop up. Companies are behind. PSA is behind. SGC got behind. BGS is behind. They've, you know, PSA, BGS shut the doors. opportunity, right? Opportunity opened. So all these little pop-up companies started coming around. But how about this? This was in 2007. Look at this list. This was in 2007, 14 years ago. This was how many grading companies had attempted to grade cards as of 2007. Okay? Many are out of business. You can see some names in here that you might recognize. Now, obviously, BCCG is on here. BGS is on there. BVG. Let's see here. There's GIA. Look, they bankrupt, and then another one opened up under a different name. New owners of GIA. Gem Elite. You know, companies you've seen around. GMA. Let's see here. PGI. We've seen those slabs on the market. PGA. We've seen those on the market. You know, it's just crazy. It's crazy. This is, it's just, it's amazing to look at. I don't know. I just want people to be aware. You can start a company. You can have the flash. You can have the glamour. You can have, you know, these things of where is it? The best slabs on the market. What is this? Backed by, whoops. Where is it at? Backed by our award-winning, you know, where's it at? Award-winning customer service. Guys, let's see here. Year founded 2021. So in 6 months, you have won an award. 6 months, you've won an award. From who? I mean, I don't get it. You know, guaranteed turnaround times. You'll never look at the card grading game again. You go over here, you know, we want it simple, fast, easy, provide the best looking and functional display slabs you could possibly hope for. All these promises. The world's best card grading company. You know, over and over, the best labels on the market. It just blows my mind, guys. Just think, you know, think about this graveyard and what are you putting your money into? If you're worried about spending $30 by submitting a card to a company that has been around for 20 plus years and knocking out orders that are over 1,000 cards in a couple business days, and I'm going to show you too, because I looked this up, and I'm not, you know, using this just, there might be other examples out there, but I'm going to throw this up because I looked. So here is a Topps Chrome Lewis Robert CSG 9.5. It's kind of hard to find all the cards for comparison, so I did find one of these to compare them both. But here's CSG. They are a known, you know, they're reputable with, like I said, the comic book side and everything. They got slammed. Where is it at? CSG 9.5. That's not the one I wanted. I had found one on here. Where did it go? Right here. Right here. So here's a base Chrome Lewis Robert. It is Gem Plus 395s with a 10. Went on auction. I think it said auction. Oh no, it said 23 sold. $30 is what that went. And then let's go look at 2020 Topps Chrome refractor. I didn't want refractor. Let's go back down here. Topps Chrome, Robert. Sold items. And right here, one went even on auction, which we know auctions are terrible for SGC right now. But, you know, within the past 2 days, you had one here for $59. You had one here for $51. And you've seen the CSG at $29.99. So you know, this company's been around for 20 plus years. They're knocking orders out. The card values are better than people give them credit for. But people still want to attempt to use, you know, all of these other companies, pay more. I'm not so worried about the CSG thing, and I know HGA, they got a lot of hype in the beginning. I don't know how they're doing right now. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to it. But you have all of these companies here that are just popping up and popping up, and I don't know, guys, but anyway, I hope this helps. I know it's probably going to piss some people off, but it's not intended to. It was more informational to just give you guys an idea of how many companies are coming out of the woodworks, what their pricing is, what they're promising, and then just give a history here. I mean, this was from '07. All of these companies had attempted to become the next big thing, and only three, you know, the big three, have held on. Is it okay for another company or two? Sure, I think it's great. If HGA and CSG can jump in and help take some strain off of some of the other companies, that's great. Some of these other guys, though, I don't understand it. The one, that Revolution or whatever it was called, with the crown on it or whatever, man, they send the slabs in saran wrap. I mean, who in the hell saran wraps the slabs? It just was, it was a cheap box. I don't know, man. Again, this is just, I'm not trying to crap on anybody's parade. Use whoever you want and you're happy with, but it blows my mind that people just bitch about pricing from the companies that have been relevant, and then choose to go out and throw money at these new upstarts just because they want to be the new first big thing. Whether they do it for content to get the new guy out there, the breaking news, I don't know. But personally, when people are talking about their investors and this, that, and the other, you're not making a very smart move putting more money, like double the money, into a company that you know nothing about. You don't know how it's going to sell. You don't know how it's going to move. If they want to start out at a cheap price and get some on the market, see what the reception is, that would be the perfect approach. But when these companies are coming in and throwing that 50, 40, whatever, right out the gate, that's a little questionable. Because they might cash in and flop. Just like this graveyard of grading companies, this list from '07. So anyway, guys, I hope you all have a great Saturday. If you found this video helpful, leave me a comment, give me a like, dislike, whatever. I wish there was a neutral button sometimes even. But give me a comment, like, subscribe if you haven't. I really enjoy talking to all of you, whether, you know, good, bad, ugly. Again, just trying to put this out there, help some people out, because I'm seeing it more and more and more. And I'm worried people are going to lose even more, man. And that's not something I want to see anybody have happen to them. So have a great Saturday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video, I'm out.